Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm with Sonntag Live. What it says right here, you're using bytes that are not part of the video. What do you have to say about this? Who's the producer here?
No.
Producer, what do you have to say about this? You're using bytes that are not part of the video?
What?
You're dubbing in bytes? Making Bob say whatever you want him to say?
Well, we have to do these things sometimes, you know.
Who is this, Ole Tilton?
What is this? Put that camera out of my face.
No, you know, it's real.
From Dallas, Texas, and what was wrong with you? Your wrist. Oh!
All right, let's get some stuff here. So behind the scenes.
Thank you, God.
This is not a good time. This is not a good
And you were praising the Lord,
Right.
and it went in. Did you feel it when it happened?
I just felt my stomach, and my wife laid her hand.
Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Leah from Dallas.
From Dallas, Texas, and what was wrong with you?
My wrist.
Your wrist. Oh, the
You
wrist.
said wrist. I got it.
use this
Thank you, God.
wrist.
What was wrong with your hands, your wrist?
I don't know what's wrong with it, but I wait tables for a living.
No.
Feeling pain. Pain's gone.
Pain's
You're
gone.
not numb anymore.
That's twice you've done that.
You did it first
Thank
time.
you.
Honky.
Thank you, Jesus.
Honk.
Thank you.
Another satisfied customer of Jesus. Somebody praise God.
Talent's over there.
Hold it, hold it. Hold it. I mean, miracles are happening so fast. We got so many people that testify. What happened?
Over there, I was praying to the Lord. I had arthritis in my hands.
Were you praising too?
3 times.
Yes.
That's arthritis.
Yeah.
How many people that testify? What happened?
I was sitting over there, I was praying.
You got some sound good?
Customer of Jesus. Somebody praise God. Hold it, hold it. Hold it. I mean, miracles are happening so fast. We got so many people that testify. What happened?
I was sitting over there, I was praying to the Lord. I had arthritis in my
Just
hands.
praying. Were you praising too?
Yes, sir. I was.
You had
praising the
arthritis
Lord.
in your hands.
I had
How
arthritis
long
in
have
my
you been there?
hands since 1980.
One more. Okay. Don, let these folks go get their testimony in the back. This is the folks go get their testimony in the back. Let's go get their testimony so we don't lose it. Quickly go with Dar. Okay, now, where are you from?
I'm from Dallas now.
What was wrong with you?
Well, for 40 years, I've had arthritis really bad in both of my ankles,
Ankles, there we go, feet.
and I've been believing God for healing. I know He's able. And today my faith rose up, and He met it, and He has totally healed me, and I can dance and scream and shout. Praise you, Jesus.
Couldn't do that?
Oh, I couldn't.
Arthritis is gone?
It's gone.
So that's all we see? Why don't you come shoot over this way so we can see his little
Well, I would
headset?
have a shot, but somebody was in there.
Are you going to fall to the monitor, though? That much up?
I'm going from the monitor down to you on 3, 2, 1, point.
That's stupid.
What's
Don't point to the monitor. Well, point, but do it like the other way. I like how you're pointing up there, but you're explaining by pointing.
There's nobody to explain it to.
Well,
point the,
tighten it so tight that he doesn't
Use a
know.
pen?
oh, let's see, that's camera monitor, VTR monitor, camera monitor, every other one.
Have him check the scopes. That'd be good.
Well, you said you wanted button pushing.
Yeah. So there's a button on scoping.
Let me just grab a fader? Something?
Start doing some of your thumper stuff.
Van, you ain't no director, no good. You snapping in, doing something?
No, I mean, there's nothing happening.
Okay, tapes are clear.
You doing any more? That's it.
I guess that'll be it.
We need the toaster countdown. That's what we need.
Excuse me, I got carried away.
Oh, you sure did.
Sorry, Mouseketeers.
Alright, this is working out great in here. Let's do something else.
A waste of time.
In Wizards and Warriors, you've got to work your way
Oh
through
damn,
a
back at it.
complicated
Finally.
world.
Hold on, check this out. This is cool. Ah, shit. I love good title cards. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? So, I need to... Hold on a minute. You guys aren't even hearing the sweet venue music. That's probably too loud. So I haven't dug into Stormblood too much. I have, I started it, and I fucked with most of my, key bindings, because I'm a white mage, and that shit got all fucked up. All fucked up. And I don't really know what I'm doing yet. That's not good. Sure. Well, we'll just hit that button then. Yeah, there we go. We queuing now. Butler the Second. Welcome back, Chris. Man. Are you actually the second Butler in the Butler family? And holy shit, lots of Twitch Primes rolling in. Although I don't... So hopefully this is new stuff, but Twisted Anthony, thank you. Honky Satchmo, thank you. The Basket Basket Rabbit. I think that's what that is. Thank you for all them free subs. Thanks for the resub, Rabinator and Joker. Resonator. Also, yeah, I forgot, since I, oh. So you had to unify the branding that Twitch allows us. Yes. The Butler brand. Well, cool. Good to see you again. Good to see everybody again. It's been, what, 2 weeks? Man, life comes at you fast. I'm at work. Can't watch your stream while you do this, because I gotta work too. Average Joel, I got a job too. And I don't always get to sit at home and play video games all day. Haven't touched 14 in a couple of years. Enjoyed it, but ran out of time for MMOs when I began working full time. Yeah, comrade, I hear you. Basically what I don't play MMOs to like completion every time. I typically am like a patch behind. Story stuff, they usually make it so you can play through that being a normal human. Other stuff, not so much. Paying up that monthly Lawrence pays attention to me fee? That's right, Jacob. My time is at a premium. To even be acknowledged by me, you gotta pay up. So, yeah, I redid most of my hotbars, but whatever... Wait, where'd my flower go? There you are. So, there's one skill that I never bound, and that's what you use to spend your flower blooms. I promise what I'm saying makes sense somewhere, somehow. Maybe I don't have it yet. I'm not even gonna worry about this shit. I'm not leveled yet. Roll ability? No? I guess I don't have the flower spending ability, unless it's somewhere else. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird relearning White Mage, because I feel like I finally got to where I was like really clicking with it. TJ Hustler? Well, I noticed you. Yes, I did. I did indeed. I'm the same. It's too much time investment needed with MMOs. Yeah, Joel, some of them are like that. Not all of them, though. 14 strikes a good balance. There's definitely that upper bound where you can grind away if you really want to. But typically, so the way 14 works is actually really smart. If you just play the game, play through it like a normal human, they have party finder stuff, they have everything. You can pretty much see all the content. At least you can see a version of it. And then they'll have hard modes and extreme modes of the same content that is different, but not so much different that you feel like you're not really seeing everything that's there. For me, I like seeing the monster design, I like seeing the environments, I like hearing the music. That's all the big stuff. And I actually think that their dungeon design is super good. I haven't been to Japan. Trans Zelda, I'm glad you asked. Yes, I have. And it was awesome, and Steph and I are going to go back someday. Resonator, you'll appreciate this. Says, you'll appreciate this. At my internship so far, I have met and recorded with Clean Bandit, Paul and Pasek, the guys who wrote the music for La La Land, and Dear Evan Hansen. Portugal the Man, new album is sick, and Michael Lang, the guy who created the original Woodstock. That is awesome. That's very awesome. That's super cool that you get to be around all that stuff. Kinson? Yeah, it has been a long time. Been very busy. Very busy. And I even thought that, like, I thought this was going to be a quiet period, but no. There's been so much going on. Oh, wow, that was fast. Now I'm here. Oh, yeah, now they have this, which is pretty cool. It's just like, they take all the guesswork, at least, out of the story. A lot of the side stuff you still might be a little, or at least it used to be a little, obscure. Only ask because I'm going in the fall. Any suggestions of where I should go? I am not a master travel guide. I really don't think I could tell you. I mean, Tokyo, but that's easy. And also, Tokyo is basically a country unto itself. American Hellfire, 17 months. Thank you. How's Final Fantasy 14? JGM, I love it. I don't know about Stormblood, because I'm just starting Stormblood, but I've liked 14 ever since Realm Reborn. And yeah, this music is great. It's just so pastoral. I got 2 orchestra rolls. Oh, they gave you more inventory. Jeez. 3 more orchestra rolls. Still reason. He who continues the attack. Imperial Will, sure. Load up that iPod. Thanks for the whiskey cup at E3. I'll drink it on my 21st just for you. I was hoping I would... I guess you can drink other things out of it. You can drink soda out of it if you really want to. But Moongi, you're welcome. Is this free to play? No. You have to buy it and then pay a monthly fee. I've been watching through all your YouTube backlog. Where's the Flames Cauliflower? I guess she's not around tonight. Yeah, she's pretty great. The fuck is this? What's up, Ethan? Oh, Snuck Farf, you turned 22. Congratulations. Happy birthday. So yeah, I just finished, I think, a more intense quest, so it might be a lot of talking for a while. That's okay. Gives us time to get to know each other. Gives me, I gotta admit, I am not following the story at all. At all. I mean, the micro story here is pretty simple. There's some horrible war engine called Omega, because it's Final Fantasy. And this homeboy right here is from a country that is, like, very warlike. Has attacked an alliance of other countries, so he's not well liked, basically. But he's like, oh, I have the ability to control Omega, so we could use Omega to fight the primals, which are... I mean, it's fucking Final Fantasy. Would you recommend going to E3? It depends how. Love Machine. I would say if you've never been, yes. Yes, regardless. Just to go. Just so you have no question in your mind about what it's like. But if you've done it once, if your experience is just walking the floor, the show floor, and the expo hall, after you've done it once, probably not. You probably don't need to do that again. Because lines are about 3 or 4 hours long, and that's just to play one demo. And you can see that demo on YouTube, basically anywhere, depending on the game. Some of that stuff doesn't do it. Like, I said, yeah, basically everything that you can see at E3, if you're just on the expo floor, you can see online. And you don't have to wait in line, and it's probably better quality, and you don't have to stand for 12 hours. Now, if you can go with, like, an inn of some kind, or if you're considered a, like, valuable person to appeal to, then that's a bit of a different story. Then you can cut lines, then you can get more private... Wait, what is this? Oh, Archer. More private demos and stuff like that. Yeah, Butler, I agree. I loved E3 this year. I thought it was one of the best E3s. I mean, it doesn't really... I want to say it didn't really have the glitz or the impact of, like, a new console reveal, but it did. I thought 1X was a good shit. Every showing was pretty solid. Bethesda was a little sparse, but they had Wolf 2, so I don't care. There was something I loved in every conference, which is so rare. Actually, wait, what did EA have that I loved? Anthem actually looked really cool, despite myself. And yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ. 64 Hoops asks, how deep does the Final Fantasy lore go? I mean, that varies per game. Oh, I got a new hat. That's right, man. You tell him. You sass him up. But 14 has incredibly deep lore. The rules of the universe, I mean, it's very like a wizard did it. There's a lot of magic going on, so it's not like there aren't going to be a locked together way of a set of rules that are like super cool and interesting. It's just magic, and there's like other planes of existence, and there are people in those planes that want to fuck up the world and whatever. What's crazy is 14 kind of combines two kinds of Final Fantasy storytelling. So there is like the friendships banded together, fighting all these magical beasts, and like the rules of the world don't matter so much. It also has a pretty intense political layer in the plot. So all these nations have their own side plots going on That stuff is pretty deep and pretty hard to follow unless you're really good at following plot. How's the PvP? I haven't done so much of it, so I can't really pass judgment. I'm not a big fan of MMO PvP. What I played was fun. Good enough. I only played small party v party fights, though. Nothing big. Highlight of the EA conference seems to be A Way Out. That looked really cool. No joke. And I love Brothers, and I'm glad that those guys got a new game. And, by the way, like, as much as people like to shit on EA, they're publishing A Way Out, which is a pretty cool looking game. Comrade asks, you've probably been asked this a million times, what are your thoughts on Far Cry 5? I don't have many, Comrade, but you continue personally playing a sheriff's deputy against cultists like in Children of God or Branch Davidian type cult speaks to me. Granted, I'm still a reserve and sheriff's deputy in the Bible Belt, so the story speaks to me. I mean, it speaks to me too. Oh, what's up, Cubs? I see you again. No, I grew up in a small town in Texas, so I'm kind of used to how creepy people can get about that stuff. So it appeals to me in that way. Something in modern day America that's sort of bouncing off of some pretty intense issues in America right now. That's cool. But the game, man, if it's just Far Cry again, it's going to be hard to care. And that's not to say Far Cry's bad. I got it. I got it. I know what it is. And it's not fun enough. So, like a game like Wolfenstein or a game like Doom, like a crafted single-player experience, I'm okay with just more of the same. Which is to say, you know, more levels, more content, more cutscenes, more cool writing from like Wolfenstein / Doom or whatever. And yeah, Joker, you say Far Cry 5 is just another Far Cry, I'm absolutely okay with it. That's totally fine. I think it's totally okay to like a game enough that just more of it is fine. And some people have a real problem with that, which I think is fucking stupid. But for me, I feel like I got everything I can get out of Far Cry. I played like halfway through 3 and I was like, I'm good. Played the first 3 hours of 4 and I was like, okay, same thing, I'm good. That's an Xbox One / AC Origins or One X. I think One X is an amazing system. I think it's not really getting a fair shake. People seem to just dismiss it. It's a beast, man. It's a beast, and the engineering behind it is super solid. Like on par with, or maybe a little bit better than the original PS4. And I thought the PS4 was a beautiful machine. Just like engineering-wise, was beautiful, just gorgeous. So yeah, now they're just chatting about Omega. What's up, Morgan Farts? I have considered playing this game by skipping all cutscenes and just running the dungeons. But there have been a few cutscenes where I like paid enough attention to the story leading into it, and then some real shit went down that it was like, okay, I'm actually good. I'm glad I paid attention. But a lot of it is just a whole lot of faffing. I got lucky and managed to play Battlefront at Sony's booth. Very cool experience from my first time going. Oh, congratulations on dying. Shit, I didn't play Battlefront. I played Ooblets though. Booyah! Oh, yeah, it's true, Plizzy. I'd miss out on all the hot anime girls. I guess there's her, but she's too tiny. Actually, there's not a whole lot of anime cheesecake in this game. Ida's okay. She's like the tall one with the face cover, I think. Oh shit, how was Ooblets? A lot of potential. It's like a cross between Harvest Moon and Pokemon. And it could potentially blow up. Like that combination is very powerful. So you, the creatures are obviously called Ooblets. They have a sort of, Katamari Damacy, appeal to them. They're very rounded and cute. They remind me a lot of the princes from Katamari. But, so you have your gang of Ooblets, and then when you fight somebody else's Ooblets, it's like a turn-based RPG, much like Pokemon. And then when you beat them, you get seeds from those Ooblets, and then you can plant those seeds to grow new Ooblets, and then you could teach those Ooblets skills. Like, yeah, and you have a farm, and you plant the seeds, and you have to water them and grow them, and, yeah, you know. Ooblets. More Ooblies here. Thank God I was worried it'd be like Pikmin. No, it's more of a turn-based RPG. This is the thing. I get stuck in when I stream this game. I get stuck in story sequences for so long because I end up just talking to chat and not actually reading and thumbing through the text. Love Machine says, but for Destiny 2 to run on the Xbox One X at only 30 when they make a huge deal about with the whole 4K stuff will hurt the sales. Maybe. I think that's one of those things where it probably could have run at 60, maybe 1080p 60, but on console, that would give a definitive and unfair advantage to certain people. 60 FPS is just better. It's just better. Don't buy into that cinematic bullshit unless they can perfectly recreate a lens effect, which is going to take a while. And again, only for cutscenes, not for gameplay. I mean, you could argue that playing at 4K instead of 1080p also gives you competitive advantage. That's valid to a degree. So no, I think that's more that console spec has to get locked somewhere, and the game logic has to get tied to that. I know that the PC version is unlocked frame rate, but I think that is not so much the horsepower of One X or PS4 Pro, but more that they just needed to set a more rigid standards for console, whereas PC, the presumption and understanding is that it's going to be open and different. Watch the 4K Destiny 2 video. Only had the base game. Destiny 1 definitely felt lacking. Being on PC is a huge plus. Even if graphically is beautiful, I'm worried about the content. That's valid. That's a pretty valid concern. I'm just excited for it to be on PC. I mean, I get the best of both worlds. I have everything because I can play it on PC, mouse and keyboard. I can stream it to the Shield and play on a controller. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that a cross-platform game? No, it can't be. Never mind. No. That was something else. There was another big game that was like cross between. Was it Minecraft? No, there was another one. I guess I'm thinking about Minecraft. Zaxby, shut the fuck up. Iblets are not stupid. I mean, maybe they have low intelligence, but they're cute. PS4 Pro's announced. PS4 Pro exists. You can buy it. Yeah. Oh yeah, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. That is a bigger deal than people seem to acknowledge it for. People seem so dismissive of Xbox or Microsoft Conference in general, which I thought was unfair, because I thought they had some good stuff. I thought that throwing out Metro as their big technical showcase was a little... Like, I get it, because that's what Metro is to me too, but when they did that, I was like, I mean, cool if this is a warm-up, but Halo 6 is going to be your huge fuck-off first-person shooter, right? Right? I have these quests that I need to go talk to people for. Usually these, like, unlock harder versions of dungeon fights, but whatever. What's up, Reader Jr.? What's up, Shoryu King? Welcome back. Sony conference fans just seem bored in the theater compared to Xbox. Sony had some good stuff. I think Spider-Man was amazing. I still do not get how everyone, like, no one seemed really critical of it. It was a sweet demo, but it's like, for me, whenever I'm watching a conference presentation, I'm always kind of doing the math, the translation of what it's actually going to be when it's a video game. And Spider-Man, there's a few question marks left in my head. Like I said, the thing that'll really lock it in for me is I want to see, yeah, a lot of QTEs, and that's fine. You know what? If it's just a one-time boss fight, totally fine. I don't mind it. People seem to really bag on Spider-Man 3 for that, but whatever. Where am I going? Oh, okay. For me, I think what I need to see is the transition between Spider-Man being an open world, finding a quest, whatever that looks like a more canned gameplay segment, accepting it, doing it, and then transitioning back into open world. Because if it's like, if you're swinging around and there's a big arrow pointing somewhere and there's a dude waving at you with a giant beam of light on him, and you go up and you hit triangle, he's like, Spider-Man, there's somebody robbing the bank. And then Spider-Man's like, don't worry, I'll handle it. And then it dips to black and it loads up with him in a bank level, and you play the bank level and you beat the QTE boss at the end. Then he's like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man. And then it dips to black and loads you back into the open world. I'll be like, I mean, cool. The game looks cool. I love Spider-Man. But structurally, that's not representative of what I thought this would be. But whatever, man. I think Sunset Overdrive is one of the best open world action traversal games I've ever played. So, their reputation is not online for me, and I'm going to buy it without a question in the world. It's just, It's the question mark is left. That's all. Is 14 online worth it for someone who's never played any Final
cannot
Fantasy?
well express how glad I am to see you both
I think it's more like, how much do you like MMOs?
They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
This is also a fantasy-ass game. So if you like magic and elves and dragons and wizards, the aesthetic will appeal. I'm more of a sci-fi guy, but I love Final Fantasy too.
You need not have worried.
It's in my DNA.
The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
Any hype for new Witcher? None, Murtaugh. There isn't one. CD Projekt Red said they're leaving it behind for a while. Catboys and Loli, the aesthetic will appeal. I'm not in it for the Catboys or the Loli, despite kind of playing one.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence.
Oh, I remember
It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
In the last expansion. Do you have a Connect? I did, but I gave it away. Do you ever use it? No. You got one to start streaming with? A lot easier to use than OBS and streaming to PC through Windows 10 app? Yeah. No, it makes certain things easier, but I already knew how to do all those things. Do you think the Spider-Man dialogue will be bad? No. Well, again, Irrational always had... not Irrational. Insomniac. Always had fantastic writers, but I don't know how many of them are still there.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
What a jerk. Wolfenstein 2 looked badass, but what the fuck with the KKK and the Nazi Empire?
I'm quite certain the Abomination would have obliged.
They would have gotten along.
Outmatched by Omega.
There's not a whole lot of conflict in their
I am no stranger to the works of
relative
Halad,
philosophies.
But even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity.
Mind the Finance Discord group? I don't think so. It's alright. I don't have to be in everything. 4K is a bit overrated. I'm more excited for HDR. Yeah, well, HDR's here now. I think it's a little more easier, maybe easier to appreciate. Kind of curious about the 4K. About the 4K is going to make people kind of jaded towards the whole 4K. Well, there were a lot of things there. Since title is going to vary from upscaled or enhanced versions of checkerboarded, potentially true 4K with HDR support. Sony already muddied the waters with their 4K support on the PS4 Pro. I mean, you can do 4K on a PC if you got the cash, but I'm wondering if it's like VR where consumer tech industry has outrun consumer demand. Maybe Comrade. I think it's more like oh yeah, hotdadsforyou.biz. That's the fucking golden URL. Thank you, Grace. But no, it's the next standard. It's not necessarily I don't think it's a gimmick. It's just the next thing. So I mean, and I called this back when the PS3 launched. People did not have TVs with HDMI ports, and they did not have 1080 sets. It was tech forward to be able to watch a movie in Blu-ray because it required HDMI and it required a lot of stuff that sets just didn't have. You could call it future-proofing if you want, but you gotta put a stake in the ground somewhere, and Microsoft decided to put it over there instead of right here. I don't dislike that. I guess it's just so strange to me that I mean, gamers have largely been tech advanced. They've always wanted the next thing, the next bigger, better thing, the faster thing. And money is a concern, but not the biggest concern. So at E3, which is focused on the most hardcore audience, they're the ones paying attention, they're the ones talking about it. Why all of a sudden are they wringing their hands, being like, oh dang, I don't know if the industry's ready for 4K. Where's the shit? Yeah, amazing, like, fucking murderous ass console that'll make bits. It'll make more bits than ever. That used to be enough, and suddenly it's not enough anymore. Everybody's just like, oh, I don't know. It's like all this grown-up talk. I don't get it. This is like, games are about buying boxes with a lot of shit in it that makes awesome stuff appear on your display. And the display is getting more awesome, and the box is getting more awesome, and somehow everyone decided that they were going to be adults all of a sudden about it. It's so weird to me. I also kind of feel like it's not. I know it's not this, but I'm like, man, if Sony.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this?
That could do that.
Have you spoken with her?
or announce like a. I guess they jumped. They already did the Pro, and I guess to be fair, everyone was a little mild on it too.
She's up on the platform.
But the
lost
One
in
X
thought.
is.
We deemed it best not to disturb
In terms of
her,
power delta over the
but
Xbox
mayhaps
One,
she would
you could
welcome
call it
some
the next
company after
generation
all.
of console.
Shall we?
Also, the other thing that I've banked up a bit of a rant that I intended to unleash in a podcast or something, but one thing that I think is really exciting about Microsoft showing the C3, it's like the twofold. It's the forwards and back. They broadened Xbox brand in both ways. So they have the One X, which is if you want like high-end, high-fidelity, expensive gaming, there it is. They also said original Xbox compatibility. So now not only are we pushing the bar forward, but we're also including the past digitally. I assume it's digital. Because how else can it be? Or rather, I guess I'm assuming it's not streaming. It's not the PlayStation solution, which I'm not a big fan of. So now when you look at the ecosystem, okay, you have a range of devices that meet people's performance expectations and price tolerability. And the more expensive versions will run games better. The least expensive versions will still run all those games. And everything you buy or have bought digitally is available to you and scales based on the device you have. Sounds a whole fuck of a lot like PC gaming or like mobile. If you have a mobile device, the same apps you've bought through Apple or through Google, you download on the next phone and some of them run a little bit better because it's on better hardware. And even calling it the One X kind of sounds like a phone. So the fact that consoles are now moving towards that ecosystem is awesome. Microsoft is making Xbox like Steam, where you can buy a device, your library comes with you, and it's all better just by default because it's on the new thing. That's really cool. I just don't get why nobody's excited about that. The one thing that keeps me from buying an Xbox One is they do not have a lot of exclusives that speak to me. That's fair. Yeah, Microsoft has struggled trying to build up that library, it seems. Someone asked Phil Spencer about that, and they're like, "No, we have exclusives. They're just not ready to show yet." So yeah. Oh yeah, the Cubs. The article's trying to build a 4K PC comparable to an Xbox One X. Yeah, can't do it yet. Probably won't be able to for a while. Thanks for all the free Rockstar teas. No worries. I had to clean out. I grabbed a couple of them too, and just that, and then all the new Funhouse teas that Rooster Tea's been launching lately. I had to do a bit of a clean out of my closet. Got a bag ready for the old donation pile.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
No. Oh, I can't remember who fell in the
Ida
portal or whatever. Yeah, Ida's pretty cool.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
I think after the first Xbox One launch and No Man's Sky, everybody will be suspicious of anything at E3. Hoops. Maybe that's it. Maybe you nailed it. Maybe there have been so many... Oh shit, she's taking her helmet off! What? This shouldn't be as important as it is. She's had that shit on her face for like 3 years. I'm always sad because there wasn't a lot of XL. Oh, there's also no medium male. Yeah, so to get male large because female medium is actually for skinny chicks. Yeah, I saw that. I was digging through because Adam wanted mediums, and I would pull out a medium, and it was like a little baby shirt. Her anime eyes are so pretty. She should have a giant.
I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide.
She should have a giant tan line on her face. Like from here up should be pure alabaster white, and it should be like bubbling and cracking right now. She has not seen the sun, and I want to say 3 or 4 years. I think they introduced her character with
on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo. I was still just a child.
With Realm Reborn.
Not even 5 summers old.
Hey Milt. Salam. Nice to see you again. 1440p and 144 hertz should be the future, not 4K.
My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution.
Oh, come on now.
He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric.
Cheaper and easier than stable 4K? Right now, yes. I think it's totally okay to put out... I mean, you're not telling this to me, but I'm going to answer it anyway. I think it's okay to put out something that can hit that spec, even if most people can't use it yet. That used to be the hallmark of PC gaming. Developers would
And my sister
make
had
games
fought
to a spec
alongside him.
years away.
But she
And
was
part of the
strong
metagame
and
was
kind.
like getting
and
there.
always knew
Crisis
what
was
to
the
do.
last game that did that. Star Citizen portends to. Let's see how that's working out. Has the
But
joke
when
of
the
the
Guardians
Xbox
came,
One
everything
XIV
changed.
happened yet?
My
114?
father went to war against
Not
them
yet.
too. And I never saw him again.
Call out, somebody was looking
After
for you.
that,
They called you famous.
I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for miles and miles until we came to the
Making
city
console
of
games run at
Charlia.
60 should be next. Love Machine, I agree. I think
That was
1080p
where she
60
met
should be the
Master
standard.
Louisoix. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
Oh no. It's kind of funny how her face model looks notably higher
She was your
quality than some of the
inspiration.
older characters.
Is that not why you took up her mask and
like
her name?
Ishtola,
Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
because they had to make it more recently.
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
What? We got some mad fucking twists getting dropped right now. She was a clone all along. Something. Game of the year so far?
Of course. We all recognized you
Zelda?
at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
The fuck are you talking about? What's this? Sad about the loss of scale
It was
down?
silly to
Me too.
think I could
Platinum
fool
Games is
you. I
great.
knew that even then, but I sort of decided not
What's up,
to
man?
know.
Mountain? What's up, puppy?
Ida died 6 years ago.
Oh,
on a
dang.
mission to
Alright.
smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong.
I
There
look like
must
a
have been
Sith
a lot of
Lord.
them.
Excellent. Ooh. Axel Cop. Or Alexel Cop. Thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Oh man, 2 very important dialogue options. Give that bitch the ellipsis. Bitches love ellipsis. Her hair is even higher resolution.
I'm sorry for
not the
lying
bangs,
to
though.
you. My real name is Lise.
Gotta run a sharpening filter over those bangs, girl. What is Lise? What?
When Papalimo brought me Ida's
What?
mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but
Come on, what is this?
I decided I wanted to
You can't
be
just
his new
rename a
partner,
character
to
like
keep
that?
alive
What do you
all the
think
good
this
that she had
is?
done.
Some kind of fantasy game? Jesus. There's a
I
character
didn't want
named
to
Elise.
become Ida, exactly.
I need to throw
At
a
the
Y on
time,
the front
though, I
of that.
still didn't know
Elise.
who I was myself.
She's
and
even
it almost
blonde.
seemed easier to
Some
play
good
the
movies
role.
this year? Yeah. John Wick 2 was rad. Wonder Woman was cool. Hidden Figures was pretty
Papalimo agreed to
inspirational.
help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me.
Brian Rostro. You have
The
been noticed,
Archon's
sir.
mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it.
Oh. You don't think Breath of the Wild was a 10 out of 10, but still really enjoyed it? I'll give it like an 8 out of 10.
So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to
I
continue
wonder about
my
that
family's
stuff.
fight.
Like, what?
I
How would
want
that game be
Alamigo
regarded
to be
if
the
it
country
weren't
that Ida and my
called
father
Zelda?
always wanted it to be.
Another thing that people were skeptical about is the new Xbox is the massive DOA console that happened to every console release and the price coming with it. You mean like you think, Frag Out, do you mean you think the hardware is going to fail? I don't know what you mean by that. Ever feel fed up with games? No. There are times when I don't want to play games. But I'm never just like... I never just want to be like, I'm done with them.
War is upon us once more.
There are times when I want to go outside and do something else, but...
Do you regret standing against the Empire?
One X or PS4 Pro?
Would you have chosen a different
Why not both?
road?
I mean, One X
Knowing
isn't
what
out, so
you
I couldn't
know
tell
now.
you. I have a PS4 Pro already, and I enjoy it. I like it. There might be hardware
To
failure.
claim that I
Might.
never doubted the decision would
But,
be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand.
Outside of the Red
ever
Ring,
since.
Microsoft has a pretty good track record for hardware. The Xbox was a tank, but it worked. The Xbox One, as far as I know, has a very low no fail rate. Is this an MMO? Because it seems like a visual novel. There are batches of visual novel in this. It's Final Fantasy. There's going to be a lot of cutscenes and talking.
And our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker. We leave for the east.
It's interesting how the 1X gives you no choice but to lay it flat. Are both sides beveled? I mean, it's small. It's smaller than a 1S. And it's flat on top. And there are no fan vents on top, so you can stack shit on it. It's great. Renzo, happy you're streaming again. Last 2 months have been super rough. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's been a little tough around here, too. You know, just life stuff. Got the Red Ring 4 times, but they were good about giving you another one. Yeah, the coffin, the weight was a little rough. That's 4. Shit, man. I had 2. Not that I had bad luck. How do you feel about the 15 fishing game? I fucking love it. Because I already fish in 15, so... That music. It's burned in. And I like Bass Pro fishing. Like, I like arcadey fishing games. They're pastoral. I fish in 14! I thought about... I think what I would like to do... If I ever went solo or independent or whatever, there's a lot of things I would want to do that I know no one would care about but me. What? What? That's the end of Heavensward? What? I didn't actually finish Heavensward. I had a story quest to do and I couldn't find it. Pfft. Well, it's a good thing they fucking put that indicator up top. So wait, that reveal was at the end of Heavensward. People got over that shit a long time ago. What? Been feeling better after I went to a psychologist. Gonna go again soon. Absolutely go again, man. That's if you're sick, you go to a doctor. If you can tell you're not thinking right, you go to a psychologist. That's it. You missed 3.55. Wait, there's story after that? There was a point where I finished a story quest and I didn't see the next one. So I guess I was just like, okay. I guess that's it. I mean, no, it's not time for Overwatch. 3.55 had the last part of the Heavensward main story quest. Oh, okay, Dreyfus. I did it, I just didn't finish the whole line. Like, I did all the quests, I did all the dungeons. Oh, is the Reaper change in? Oh wait, that was already in. Where he reloads a Wraith form. Did the Roadhog patch go through? If it was during 3.5, then yeah, you would have reached the end of 3.5. But what was that in 3.55? So there's more after the credits? I can't even start Stormblood yet? I feel like a fucking moron. Jesus. Jesus, I'm a dumb idiot. Well, whatever. Just one more scene? Oh. Oh, so it's just story stuff. Setting up Stormblood. He heals by shooting at people now. No more death orbs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ethan, yeah. That hasn't gone through? It was what, 15%? We'll go straight to the cutscene after. Right on. Well, I might just skip these credits then. I'm gonna do that. Give me that shit. Give me that story, baby. Gosh. There's some stuff in this game. 20%. Okay. There's some stuff in this game that, like, I never found and never unlocked until way after I should have. It's really frustrating. That's the one thing I would really stick to 14. Their discoverability is raunchy bad. They did add certain indicators, so like if you look on the right, I don't know if you can make it out on 720, maybe you can, but some of the indicators have a little plus sign next to them. That means that quest actually unlocks something important. Either it's another quest line, or a feature, or an ability, or a new area you can go to. It's just like you should probably do this quest. But until that patch, everything looked the same, so you had no idea what you were missing out on by not doing every quest you saw, and there were so many. So yeah. Well yeah, so going back, before I got distracted by actually finishing the thing that I thought I'd finished. If I did my own YouTube channel, I would make like weird compilations that no one would want to watch about video game or video game culture, video game history. I guess this is the cutscenes the fellas were referring to. So I would make a video compilation of fishing mini games in other games. For no reason than I just think that would be neat. Stormblood also added a new HUD element, which tells you where the next main story quest is, so you can never really miss it. Yeah, I mean, they probably saw some, probably saw stats on people that actually finished all the story, and they're like, shit, people can't fucking find these things. No, you gotta go. Cool, man. See you around. Ooh, thank you, Chiggiz. This dude rules. Not Pippin, he's stupid. The other guy, I can't remember his name. What do you think of the Skull and Bones game? Just like Black Flag with no actual boarding and fighting? I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Ubisoft has really nailed down the like progression systems that people like, and the bevy of content that people like, and the game loops that people like. But kind of like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed to a degree, I'm kind of over it. I've done it so many times. So, Rob on, that's it. But you weren't playing a game. It's all part of the experience. Do you have any worries about Cyberpunk 2077? You mean how long it's been? No. It takes a long time to make those games. CD Projekt has made many of those games before, so I'm confident they know how to do it and what to do. Yeah, I played Crystal Chronicles. I'd like to see it again. Who's this guy? Oh, they're setting up the villain of Stormblood? I don't know that I'd necessarily go crazy to see it again. Looking forward to AC Origins, though. New RPG element. It's like a mix of Destiny thrown in, and the Eagle is basically the drone from Watch Dogs 2. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try it out. Thoughts on the last night? Looks cool. That's it. I'm curious to see what gameplay looks like. I'm guessing it's going to be like a point-click adventure game, but it could... I mean, didn't see anything, so... Man, that art looks cool, though. God, that is a hell of a throne. Also, that helmet must be heavy. He reminds me of, dude from, fucking Mad Max. Looks like he's got the gas mask on and everything. You can see he's like white skin. Most interesting. Wolfenstein prequel? It's a prequel, Ethan? Prequel is Old Blood. Immortan Joe, that was it. Why do villains always seem to cover their minions in masks and helmets? Craig! It is so they don't have to make multiple character models for different minions. We know. This is why bad guys in video games often have face coverings, helmets, what have you. Alright, I did it! Achievement unfucking locked. Actually did a thing. I'm now a Fate Walker. Could you explain your excitement for Life is Strange 2 to someone who doesn't understand what people like the first one? No. If you don't like the first one, you won't like the prequel, and that's that. Here we go. Fucking expansion start. This is the start of Stormblood, yes?
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal?
Also, you can dress the same 5 stunt doubles up in endless ways of faceless minion attire.
Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Yes, that was where 3.55 ended. This is minute 1 of Stormblood. Yeah! I did it! Jesus Christ. I actually was kind of patting myself on the back for not streaming the beginning of Stormblood, because I don't
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
I feel like, I explained this to far greater degree on other streams, but...
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
I feel like most of a game's developmental cost is invested in the beginning, so I kind of like not streaming that, because I feel like that's something that should be enjoyed by people who buy the game. If that makes any sense, you know? I feel like the middle of a game is probably most indicative of what somebody would actually want to look at to make a purchasing decision. So the mechanics of it, the logistics of it, to me seem to say... It seems considerate to not stream the beginning or the ending of a game, especially when it's story-based. and stream more of the middle area, where it's like the glitz and the glamour is kind of worn off. Maybe every last bit of the gameplay hasn't been picked over so neatly.
Yes, sir.
Oh, isn't that a cute little emote? Oh, holy wow, that dude elf makes me feel awkward. He needs a pimple or something. He's just so pure, so blemish-free. Oh, Jess, you got
General
the first episode.
Oldin reports that his forces have
Jess,
secured the
what do you
breach
feel
in
about Life is
Baelsar's
Strange?
wall.
Seems like something you might like. That visual novel, the Western visual novel.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly.
Perfect.
And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oi!
As expected.
Oh, you liked it? Yeah. Nice. God, those eyeballs.
The Alliance's decision to
so
capture
big
a
in
part
there.
of Baelsar's wall is
Alphinaud's just
open to
whiny.
interpretation.
Palisales, where is that? They're pretty similar. Alphinaud, yeah, he did have a whiny patch, but he got through it.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea.
This isn't near.
To an observer, the Alliance's
That is not
actions could
2B.
be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea.
They really start to separate their personalities more now. Carefree Canuck, are you referencing Alphinaud and Alice, or is it just all of the members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Because for me, one of my, not a complaint, but a note, like this is more to my taste. The characters are good, and the writing is actually pretty good in that they're not all cartoons, but that does make the differences between them a little harder to appreciate, especially if you play every couple of months like I do. See you, Dr. Walrus.
However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
When you take the story in chunks, they all seem like they're pretty stoic, heroic type people, with like maybe a dash of personality.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance.
I always do kind of like that the story also alternates between like stopping world-ending calamities and then taking care of everyday shit. It's always cool to have that interlude where
Who better
in
than
anime,
you to
it's like the
broker an
filler
agreement
episodes, but you
between
actually
the
play it, so it's
Alliance and the
okay.
people of
They'll have
Alamiga?
like smaller
Assuming
arcs that
you
are
are
charming
willing, of
and
course.
the stakes are not as high. That's cool. That's cool. I like that stuff. Two main characters from Vanilla seem like cartoon characters. Maybe good for an introduction. Yeah, two characters from Vanilla, like pre-Realm Reborn. I don't remember any characters from that.
Of course I am.
See you, Cubs.
You know I'd
Thanks
like
for dropping in,
nothing
man.
more.
Oh, smirk.
As for who
Sly
should
boy.
accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Remember playing this for PS4 when it released? Loved the visuals, but didn't really feel the combat system too much. It takes a long time for the combat system to really reveal itself.
But you just know.
Man, by the end of the
trouble
game, the
along
combat
way.
system is
Are you available?
really thick. Realm Reborn was an expansion? Sort of. Realm Reborn is considered 2.0. There was a 1.0 that was crap. That came out in like 2011? 2010 maybe? Maybe 2009. I don't know. But yeah, it was bare, like there wasn't a whole lot there. It was like a sequel to Final Fantasy 11, but 11 came out before World of Warcraft. I'll give you those dots. Realm
Look,
Reborn is
I
a
know I
relaunch, not an
kept things from
expansion.
you,
Yeah,
and I'm
Dreyfus,
sorry, I
you're
really
right.
am.
So they reworked
That's
the entire
all over
game.
now, I
they
swear.
reworked everything. They wrote it
It
into the
didn't mean a
story,
lot to
sort
me.
of, called the
Having
Calamity.
you at my side.
Basically, a giant meteor hit the world and wiped it clean, and they were like, okay, this is the new game. 14.1.0 was so bad it got scrapped and remade in the first year. It didn't take a year, Dreyfus. No. 1.0 came out, and unless there was another thing between 1.0 and Realm Reborn. But 1.0 came out, I want to say it was 2010, 2011. Realm Reborn didn't come out until 2013? A lot of useless skills were cut. Yeah. In the first year, it lasted less than 1 year. Okay. My memory's a little different, but I might be thinking
should
of different
accompany you.
things.
Such endeavors are
Resonator,
seldom
you're gonna
hampered
go
by a
sleep?
surfeit
Cool,
of
man.
healers.
I meant when the game went down. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Good point.
I didn't know
Allow
it
me
went
to offer my
offline.
services as well.
They took it down? Man. I didn't know that.
I have spent
just walked
quite
away
enough
from it
time
and
here
forgot
of
about it
late,
completely.
so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections.
If I remember, somebody
None,
told me
my lady.
this. I don't know if it's true
Gladly
or not.
shall I continue to serve as
someone told me
caretaker
that
of the Waking Sands.
the original
and there
14
keep
was
watch for
like
signs of
co-developed
primal
with
and
some
Ascian
Chinese
activity both.
developer, and it just
As capable as my learned
Yeah,
friend
it was
undoubtedly is,
bare.
there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
Ooh, Soldier Nash. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. That's the other bit of commentary, the taste thing about this game. You're gonna check out the No Clip documentary and how they had to save this game by relaunching it? Sure. I think it's a great story. This game has very flauncy language. It's very old
It is
English.
settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
Which, if they're speaking, it's like, okay, I can kind of just sit back and let it roll into my brain. But if you're reading it, you gotta pay attention. It's not an easy read. I want to watch hot anime people being hot, but I must go to bed. Good night, Plizzy. See you later. All version numbers are one higher than you would think because it begins with 2.0. That's correct, yeah. So this is 4.0, despite being the second major expansion. It's gonna get weird to get used to that. I'm not used to that flourish. But yeah, Uematsu did the music for Stormblood, right? He did more than just the theme, I think. And I heard they got Sakamoto to do some tactics tie-ins. Somebody tweeted about the Cyan theme from Final Fantasy VI being in here, and I'm just like, fuck.
Ready, my friend?
Love that shit. When those old Final Fantasy themes hit with like a full orchestra, oh, so good. And the surprise is what I love.
Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
You know, 4 years out of 5, no one gives a fuck about this game.
That the place is still
But they're
standing
constantly
when you
making
come back.
content that has little like cutesy nods to old Final Fantasies in them. Nothing so like it's not so cringy as like Kingdom Hearts, where it's just like Cloud walks on, he's like, "Hey, I'm Cloud." Fuck off. No, usually it's just like a music or
Mistress Y'shtola has
a
unfolded
boss
all.
is really
You are
cool.
bound for Girabania?
The teaser of it is just one of the developers talking about how scary it was for the original version failing. I can imagine, yeah. That's a career ender.
The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
Let's go.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good.
I know, somebody's gonna get mad at
Tis
me
but
for
a
saying that
pity
about
it
Kingdom
must be
Hearts.
now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in
Cringy
the
was the
battles
wrong
to
word.
come.
Blunt. How about that? Because Kingdom Hearts is just, hey, look at these dudes hanging out in this room. Some of them are from Final Fantasy games.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Yes, please exit the plot.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as
the height
refugees
differential
in
is so
search
crazy.
of sanctuary.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the best things
Loath am I to think what might have become
about
of my
MMOs
people
that they
had you not extended to us the hand of friendship.
they have to work your character into
we will never
cutscenes.
forget. This I solemnly swear.
Brick a crick, yeah, you nailed it, man. Kingdom Hearts for me is satisfying particle effects in combat.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's Toll stands as a testament to that.
What are you talking
I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has
Oh,
come
yeah, they were
for
the
Kozetsu and I
ninja
to
expansion.
return to our master, to our home.
Go be ninjas somewhere else.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Are you saying Pirates of the Caribbean was a mistake in Kingdom Hearts 2?
Though our battlefields be a
Creatively,
thousand miles
potentially.
apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Uh-huh.
Take care, you hear me?
When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate. Together. Just you wait.
Yo, all that matters is Tingle in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't care. But what if it's Star Wars? It's not gonna be Star Wars. It might be Star Wars.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
I'm trying to think about a newer Disney property that I would be legit excited to... I mean, if they had Tron Legacy, that'd be cool. What do you think of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? It's awesome, but I haven't seen nearly enough of it. Speaking of which, I'm now 3 episodes into My Hero Academia. And it's becoming a lot more charming. It was confirmed, Grace? Okay, I didn't know. I basically don't look at any Kingdom Hearts news because I don't want to get any of my hopes up about that game ever. When it is out, then I will care, but not until then. They had Tron Legacy in Kingdom Hearts? They had Tron, not Legacy. And it wasn't great. A pretty shitty bike minigame. Yeah. When do we get to the fights? This game is GTA Online. Yep, you're looking at it. And there I am, the hero. Oh shit! We got a fucking sprite change. Look at you, girl. Dang. She's ready for action. The legs don't quite match the top. She's got like plate mail leggings and a fucking leather vest. What's going on here? They had Legacy and Dream Drop distance. Oh! I did not know that. Huh. Yeah, she used her fist like that equals Tifa. It might be a reference. She does have the... She got a tube top. This is a really nice piano tune. What's your quest all about? Oh yeah, I have to finish. I don't know how I'm ever gonna do the Bahamut coils at this point. That shit is so done. No one's gonna play it. Oh wait, I guess they had the Wondrous Tales. Maybe I can have people carry me through with that. Hello there. Look at your little book. One of the things I love about this game too is there's so much just anime-ass clothing, and you get to see it all wandering around the main cities. Oh, there it is. Jesus. Hold on, I get to see this again. Whoosh! Yeah! Cool. This is what Kotaku was so mad about. I don't understand. I don't know. I guess it's cool to like warn people that shit is broken sometimes, but fuck me, that number got way bigger. But no, I mean virtually no online game launches without issue. I guess Destiny had a pretty good launch.
What?
Eh? What were you wetting at?
I thought you said Stephanie.
No, Destiny.
And I was like, what? Oh, and then it literally took like an extra half second to realize, why would Stephanie have it? Did he say Stephanie have a good launch? And I'm like, wait, Destiny. Destiny, that's what he said.
There it is.
Give me a moment. Alright, I got there.
Never play at launch, it's always broken. That was always my approach. I think my server's on fire right now. Heard about the great Rob-on Wall of 2017? Yeah, I saw videos of it and stuff. It's pretty great. Shit, man. I think that might be the stream. I'll give it a little while to settle out, but that might be it. Oh yeah, Jess, you're gonna launch your yaoi business in GTA Online? Delivering crates of yaoi to hungry fangirls everywhere. Damn. Maybe one more try. Whoosh. Remember Diablo 3? I'll never get those hours back. I do! Steph and I are playing through it. Diablo 3 is really fucking fun, you guys. I always was. It was just a bummer, man. Diablo 3 got so cluttered up. With everybody yelling about the auction house and connectivity issues. Just stuck with it for another month. Would have been great. Persona 5. Not tonight. Sorry, Enzo. Oh, that's it. Bonk. Alright, I think the server probably went down. Well, I started later, so it's already kind of late. So. Master Chief Collection, still having a bad launch? Yes. How can you still not play Master Chief Collection? I mean, I know I get it. Sometimes the developer's just like, we are not going to work on this anymore because no one else is going to buy it. And it is what it is. That's a bummer, but don't worry, guys. I'm going to try to stream more this week. Actually, having just said that, I know that I can't stream Wednesday or Thursday. So that's 2 days I can't. And probably not Saturday or Friday. So actually, not ever, I guess. Just too much shit going on. But I'll try to get back to it when I can. Barely even started fucking Stormblood. I got the first cutscene out of the way. Whatever. There's always time in the future or something. And yeah, I'm gonna be out of pocket, all RTX, so... But, I'll be back with you soon. Soon. The intro video is really cool. It's on YouTube, so you guys should go watch it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.
Spend time finding keys, which get you inventory and let you get the gems to buy your way out. Make sure you make a map and keep good notes. The secret to winning the game is finding the keys in each level. Each key opens a chest and a door of the same color. Once you have the keys, you can open the treasure chests, which contain the weapons and gems you need to win. To get out of the first section of the game, you'll need 100 gems. You can capture individual gems, and you can also find entire treasure chests full of them. Here's a chest filled with 21 gems. When you find a turkey drumstick, grab it. It'll give you extra life, which means more points, cause you die less. Once you get the dagger of throw it at the acorns. They'll magically change, and then you can grab them. Remember, the gray doors don't require a key. If you can, try to find the Boots of Force. They will allow you to open any chest you don't have a key for. Very powerful. Don't try to get past the Evil Knight without the gems you need. You'll waste your time. Keep your eyes open for the magic potions. Each one only lasts for a few seconds, but gives you extra power. The blue potions make you fast, the red make you invincible, and the pink let you jump higher. Watch for the Shield of Protection. You won't be able to get past the evil guardians without it. The cuckoo clocks don't help very much. They make everyone freeze for a few seconds. At the end of each level, you'll get extra points as you rescue the damsel. In the second level, it is essential that you find the Lava Walk boots. Even though you have to give up the Boots of Force, you'll need the Lava Walk boots for level 3. If you're careful, you'll be able to find places where you can rack up points and gems by jumping up and down. Keep your eyes